at least if something happens to Alex Smith, we got Colt McCoy. I feel at home with Colt McCoy on the field. Um, and, another thing I was thinking about, man, another thing I was thinking about is if the Redskins are successful anytime soon, if the Redskins go out and they win the Super Bowl or something anytime soon, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. You know how that's going to happen? With players like Ryan Anderson stepping up. With people like Fat Rob having a breakout year when everybody doubts. I don't understand it. But going back to what I was saying, if this football team is successful anytime soon and we do, win the Super Bowl or something like that, it's going to be one of those great stories. It's going to be one of those amazing stories. Alex Smith goes down and gets hurt in the third game of the season, and Colt McCoy comes in and has a fucking phenomenal fucking year, blows everybody's fucking mind. Rob Kelly has almost 2,000 fucking yards rushing. Ryan Anderson becomes the best player on our fucking defense. It's going to be something like that. Blows all of our fucking minds. And it's going to be even better. It's going to be even better of a feeling if that were to happen. And we won the Super Bowl or something like that. Having one of those weird, odd, nobody foreshadowed it type of seasons. And unfortunately, if this team is successful anytime soon, we don't have the roster. All right, so it's gonna have to be like I just explained to you. Hey yo, what is up, everybody? It's B Militant. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host here on the Redskins review. We just got done watching the Redskins Texans game. There's a lot to talk about. In my notes, I have a lot of not very good things to say about Alex Smith that I had written down in my notes. I'm not even going to go there, man. There's no reason to kick someone while they're down. All you can say is, thank you for your time and effort, Alex Smith, while you're here. Appreciate everything you did for us, but it is now the Colt McCoy era. And just like the Darius Geis injury, I feel like this is another blessing in disguise. We sat up here over and over each week coming up here saying, Alex Smith is going to turn it around. Alex Smith, we've seen him play good football. He's going to turn shit around. He's going to play better. There's no way he can play worse. And we saw worse today. So I've been one of those guys. If you go back and watch the videos, I've been calling for Colt McCoy. I feel like if Colt McCoy played this entire game, things might have been different. This was a very hard game versus a good team. Now, also, the Texans don't absolutely, after playing them today, they don't absolutely scare me. If for some reason, odd reason, obviously we're not going to play them again, but if we had to play them again, in a week from now, I like our chances versus the Texans. They didn't do a whole lot that scared me. Besides, they were pounding the rock. They were having some good runs versus us. But besides that, Deshaun Watson didn't really scare me the whole time. He wasn't, he was turning the ball over. Really, the only thing that the Texans did very well was run the football, in my opinion, which, that's a big deal. So I'm not going to downplay that. Also, our offensive line, there's no excuse as well because they had offensive linemen go down as well. And also, did I hear this correctly? Their head coach is not there. You're telling me this team came into our house and beat us without their head coach even being there? There's a lot to be frustrated about, but I'm just gonna, I'm gonna let all this go. I think it's much more. It's a much better idea of just looking forward to the future. Now that we know that Colt McCoy is going to be running the show. If you look at the rating, before Alex Smith went out of the game, he had a rating of 29.1. Colt McCoy comes in, has a rating of 90.3. I mean, that's all I need to say. If Colt McCoy played this entire game, I feel like the game would have been different. Shout out to the defense for yet again putting us in a position to win. Now, as much as I'm going to rave about Colt McCoy, and I think that he's proven just in the few seconds that he was in this football game, like he didn't get, what did he come in the third quarter? So as much as I'm going to rave about him, the defense helped him out as well. They gave him a short field to throw that touchdown pass as soon as he comes in, and this is the big thing. This is why I'm actually not super pissed off about the loss, even though that holding call versus Josh Norman ended this football game, and the referees did that. It's not. Yes, the Texans missed a field goal and gave us an opportunity to win, and it's still our fault that we didn't win, okay? True, yes. But we shouldn't have had an opportunity to come back because the referees literally ended the football game, in my opinion, with that bogus call versus Josh Norman. Even the announcers were like, I just don't see what you're talking about. A hold? A hold where? Where's there a hold here? Because I did not see it. There's some hands going on both sides. That was a bogus ass call, and that literally kind of, in my opinion, should have ended the football game. But we got lucky, and their kicker missed another field goal. That's what I'm saying. The Texans don't really scare the shit out of me. They won 7 in a row now. Congrats to them. Credit to them. They found a way to win. Good on you. But I forget what I was talking about. Something about Colt McCoy. I guess yes. When Colt McCoy came into the football game, did you notice what happened when Colt McCoy stepped into the football game? He's throwing shots downfield. He comes in and he's like, "Let me find Josh Doxson down the field. Let me chuck this ball down the field." Instantly, he comes in and he's going for big plays down the field. Another thing is, it's so. I just wish we would have came back. I just wish this would have been an amazing story of Colt McCoy coming back in and saving this game. And although Colt McCoy did, the stat where once we've been trailing in a football game, we've never regained the lead back. Colt McCoy comes into the football game with the help of the defense and gets our first lead change of the entire season. He makes a comeback. Do you understand this? He made a comeback. He gave us an opportunity to be in this football game. So that's a big deal to me. That is, whether we won or lost this game, I don't know if we should have put Dustin Hopkins in there for a 63-yarder. Dustin Hopkins has a huge leg, but the man's injured apparently. I understand, what were we gonna do? We should have just executed better on the other plays that we had. There's no excuses, There's no excuses for why we didn't get more yardage and get into field goal range and win this football game. That's on us. That's on Colt McCoy. That's on our entire offense. But like I said, credit to Colt McCoy for actually making a comeback and changing the game and being a backup, not even knowing you're going to come into the game. A lot of shit changed when Colt McCoy came into this football game, and that's why I'm optimistic about the future, even though it sucks that we have to take this loss today, and we have to take the loss of Alex Smith. Like I said, I had a lot of things negative written down about Alex Smith in my notes in this football game, and in all honesty, you've heard me say every single week, I am an Alex Smith fan. I've seen the man play good football, but in all honesty, this year has been not cool. All right, I've been one of those people calling for Colt McCoy, saying, "What did Alex Smith do this season that Colt McCoy cannot?" Colt McCoy came into the game, and I don't know about you, but I thought he was running the ball better. I thought he, made plays with his legs better. He didn't fumble the ball yet. Am I saying Colt McCoy is going to be, this I don't know, the next Aaron Rodgers? No, obviously not. He's not that. But we all know that this guy has been sitting on our team, waiting and waiting for an opportunity. Waiting for an opportunity to shine. It didn't happen today. I thought he shined a little bit, but I understand what a lot of people are going to say. He didn't come back and win the game. If we would have won the game, yeah, we would have been all sitting here, high-fiving and shit. But no, we lost. So I'm going to try to be optimistic about this. I liked what I saw out of Colt McCoy. When he came into the game, I feel like the offense just was better. It was just better. Adrian Peterson, we started giving him the ball back. He started having some good runs. So I'm optimistic about the future. And besides the Alex Smith injury, I don't think we got too many other injuries. I don't know. There's no big apparent injuries. Also, I had in my notes, this was one of the best games I've seen Josh Doxson play as a Redskin. That's another positive. Preston Smith made plays today. You know how I get on him. I don't want to be up here every week talking about Preston Smith not making plays. I want to be up here talking about the ridiculous tip pass interception that he made. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about him sacking the quarterback. That's what I want to talk about. So there's things for us to be optimistic about, and I know what's going to happen. Trust me, I understand what is about to happen. There's going to be Eagles fans. There's going to be people on ESPN. There's going to be people on Facebook. There's going to be people everywhere sitting here going, we knew the Redskins, they're going to blow their first place lead and they're not going to win the NFC East. But the true Redskins fans who know Mr. Colt McCoy well enough, people who just saw, and you can, if you can just settle your emotions for a minute, of us losing, which was an entertaining game, by the way. I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and glorify losing, but that was a pretty entertaining game. There was turnovers, there was back and forth. Right when we thought we weren't going to be making plays, or we were down, I thought, as I had in my notes, when we were down by 10 points, I already said this game's over. This game's over, man. I thought this was a done deal. So the Redskins fighting back. Even Alex Smith is a part of that. Getting drives down the field. He scored a touchdown, or helped score the touchdown. Our first touchdown. So I am surprised of how the guys bounced back and came back and made this first lead change of the season and all that. I hope they can take that and move it into the next game. We need to start winning these games. Cowboys won today. We play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. So they're going to be coming in hot. But I'm putting this together right now. Colt McCoy's got the win over them on Thanksgiving, a couple years ago. So, and to go back, I guess I'm going to put it in the beginning of this video. There's another reason why I'm being optimistic about all this, and it's because when I have a video that I made, I'm probably going to put it in the beginning of this video, so you've probably already seen it. There's clips of me saying basically roughly what I was saying back in the preseason, after the first preseason game where we lost Darius Geis. After that, I made another video. It's called something about Redskins fans being loyal or something like that. If you want to go back and watch it, you can go back and watch it, or the entire video. But I'm gonna put some parts of it in the beginning of this video, so you already seen that. And basically, what I was talking about was once we lost Darius Geis, a lot of people, including myself, thought this season was, I wasn't going to say lost, but that's the thing, is we never had a run game. Now, we all know Adrian Peterson has changed all this shit around, and we all know that. But at the time, we didn't have Adrian Peterson, and I was pretty upset because it looked like we lost Darius Geis for the season. Then, our entire offense, that's what we were waiting on, was to get a run game. Obviously we needed a defense to step up too. So in the video, I say In order for us, with the roster that we have, I don't see us doing anything. I don't see us winning the NFC East. I don't see us winning the Super Bowl or anything like that. But I stated, in order for us to do anything this season, to go to the playoffs or to the Super Bowl, we would need something drastic. We would need a ridiculous Cinderella story to happen. And what basically my message was, we needed a few things to happen. I didn't say we needed this to happen, but I said it's going to be something crazy, like Alex Smith gets hurt, Colt McCoy comes in, plays extremely well, takes us to the promised land. But I also threw in there that I talk about Ryan Anderson being the best player on the team. What I mean by that is our very bad NFL historically bad defense that we had last year becomes a strength of our football team. That's what I meant by that. People who, like Ryan Anderson, who were nobodies, who did nothing ever for us up until that point, I said he would have to become the best player on the football team, basically saying the defense has to be the best part of our football team, and that has happened. Now you look, Alex Smith, unfortunately down. Colt McCoy comes in. And I also said that Fat Rob was going to have a crazy season rushing. Now, drop out the Fat Rob part and throw in Adrian Peterson there. Adrian Peterson's got how many? Let me check this out. How many yards? He has almost 700 yards already this season. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. That's why I'm optimistic. I don't know, man. It's happening. It's happening. We're on top of the NFC East still. It's gonna come down. Whether we thought, a lot of people didn't think we were even going to win this football game, and we all know it's going to come down to our next few games. We need to win division games. We need to beat the Cowboys. We need to beat the Eagles. We need to beat the Giants, which the Giants won today too, didn't they? That NFL scores. I'm pretty sure the Giants won today as well. Yes, they did. 38-35. But yeah, I understand there's going to be a lot of people upset about this game. There's going to be a lot of people who think the season's over because Alex Smith is out. I'm seeing this as a blessing in disguise, just like the Darius Geis injury and us picking up Adrian Peterson, who had some really good runs today. How many yards did Adrian Peterson have today? I'm curious. I don't think it's a lot. He had 51 yards today. It's not enough. It's not good enough. And that's what happens. That's what happens when we get down early. We cannot get down early, and then in the game, we get an interception, we get a turnover or whatever, and we get no points off of it. That's something that we used to get on our last quarterback about, not turning red zone trips into touchdowns and not scoring on turnovers. And yeah, let me pull up my notes. So basically, I basically knew that Alex Smith was going to throw an interception in the first half of this game. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. If you see right there, I had in my notes, we're down by 10 points. I was very pessimistic, and I said we were going to lose the football game because Adrian Peterson. We're not going to see Adrian Peterson come into the football game and run the ball, which means, Alex Smith is going to have to beat you. And I also say in there that Alex Smith is going to have an interception before halftime. Now, I didn't know that it was going to come on a 101-yard return, And I also didn't know he was going to throw a second one. But I've foreseen that shit coming. Making Taking Adrian Peterson away by us not having the lead, and then making Alex Smith beat people. We've seen it this season. It just is not going to happen. Is Colt McCoy going to do that to other teams? Is If they take Adrian Peterson away, is Colt McCoy going to beat those other teams? I don't know, but I think he's got a better shot. I think he does. I think Colt McCoy has been waiting for this opportunity. I think we've seen him play in the preseason. Yes, it's just the preseason, but I don't care. He's got chemistry. He's got chemistry with this football team. He knows these guys. He's run this offense, and that's just the thing, man. Like I don't want to kick Alex Smith while he's down. But I mean, this shouldn't be an offense that he's not familiar with. He's ran Jay Gruden's style offense almost his entire career, and then also won the 101 pick six. Yes, is most of this is this on Jordan Reed? Probably, but do you know whose job it is? Whose job is it to have people on the same page? Is it the coach's job? Is it the quarterback's job? Yeah, it's both their jobs. Alex Smith, you're the quarterback, man. How have we seen this many times this season people not on the same page? When Colt McCoy came into the football game, it looked like we rolled down the field. We didn't have to go very far because, the defense really helped out. But, I mean, hit Jordan Reed right for a touchdown real quick. Looked like they were on the same page. It looked like Colt McCoy and Jordan Reed were on the same page for a touchdown. So that's why I'm optimistic. It sucks we lost this football game. I honestly thought Colt McCoy was about to bring us back and win this. Just bad management. And also another thing is, yet again, this is another game where I thought there was some questionable play calling. We're in the red zone, and it's first down, and we're throwing the football. I don't understand. We have Adrian Peterson out there. Oh yeah, it's right before Alex Smith throws the pick six, right? It's like there's like 3 minutes left in the first half, and we have first down in the red zone, in the red zone. We don't need to go that far. 3 minutes left in the first half. We're down 10-7 at that point. Why are we not running the football with Adrian Peterson on first down? Why are we not taking time off the clock on first down? I just do not understand that. Why are you trying to give them the ball back with time? Run the football, man. This is our chance. This is our shot. This is the time you should be running the damn football. I'm tired of seeing us come out and throw the ball on first down and then come out on second down and clearly just not even our formation is just clearly we're running the football with Adrian Peterson. It's just like you can't do that. Come out on first down and do it. Like, especially when there's 3 minutes left in the half. We could sit there and run the clock down, score points, go into half. Leave them with no time. Coming out, passing, makes no sense to me. I just do not understand it. So, yet again, this is another game with some questionable play calling. I think Trey Quinn had a good game for his first game back. Vernon Davis, you got to help Alex Smith out, man. You got to catch those passes. As hard as I am on Alex Smith, when you have guys like Vernon Davis who are supposed to be catching everything under the sun, even though the first pass to him was really just laying him out to get hit. I mean, come on, man. You got to catch those passes, man. That's what you get paid money for. So, I'm gonna skim through my notes right here, because I have some good notes in this game because we did a lot of good and we did a lot of bad in this football game. I said in the very beginning of the football game, besides the defensive line, all of our DBs and linebackers, they looked like they were playing soft. Like nobody wanted to tackle. Like nobody wanted to initiate a tackle. Like these guys are just getting outside and running, and like there's people like should I be the first one there to tackle this guy? Like it looked like guys were timid. Like besides the defensive line was still, getting after shit. Um, Another thing that drives me insane, and I've been bringing this up a few weeks in a row. Teams now know this. At the very beginning of this game, right? The very first kickoff of this football game, what do the Texans do? They kick the ball not into the end zone, and they want us to return it because they know we do not return the football past the 25 where we would get the ball, and they kick it short, and Danny Johnson returns the ball to like the 20, and teams know that this happens. They know that we cannot make plays on special teams, so they're doing it on purpose. They're picking on us. They know that this is what we do. We're not punishing people for not kicking it through the end zone and us getting the ball at the 25. They're like, no, they don't. If we kick it short, they're not even getting back to the 20. And then later on in the football game, what happens after this first time, the second time that they kick the ball off to us, Danny Johnson, it was the second or third time, Danny Johnson catches the football on the kickoff in the end zone, decides to take it out of the end zone, and doesn't get back to the 20, and then we get a holding call. Then we're obviously, that screws us even more. It just makes no sense. Makes no sense, dude. If you are going to catch the ball in the end zone, take it. I think it's kind of overpowered. I was pissed off when NFL was like, hey, we're going to move the kickoff from the 20-yard line to the 25-yard line. I'm like, that's bullshit. You're helping the offenses again. You're giving the NFL wants the teams to score more, so they're giving people the ball at the 25 instead of the 20. Because they're doing it because of injuries. They don't want people to get injured. I understand that, but it's so overpowered. I thought, in my opinion, giving people the ball at the 25 instead of the 20, teams are picking on us now because we're not even just accepting the ball at the 25-yard line. We're like, no, we're gonna run the ball out of the end zone. How stupid is that? I mean, come on, use your head. Just put Trey Quinn back there. Let Trey Quinn do shit, because I have a feeling he's gonna not run the ball out of the end zone. There's a lot of Alex Smith stuff. I'm gonna gloss over that, man. I'm gonna gloss over all that stuff, man. I just really don't want to make this about Alex Smith today. Maurice Harris had a good first down catch. the Alex Smith shovel pass. Adrian Peterson had a touchdown. Mason Foster with the interception. Josh Harvey Clemens tipped it, so credit to those guys. As much as I also was very afraid, I'm afraid of Mason Foster almost every single game because people are isolating him and putting, running backs on him and just running anyone out into the flats, and he is just way too slow. I mean, he's great. He's pretty good in run stopping, but he is a liability. And we've also put Mason Foster on spying on Watson today. That turned out bad too. He cannot catch up to him. Lamar Miller kind of just killed us in this game. Another reason why I'm optimistic about Colt McCoy is we started to get Jordan Reed involved. Getting Jordan Reed involved. We have playmakers. I understand our wide receivers are not up to par. I get it. But we have playmakers on this team. I think that's another thing that Alex Smith actually did a better job of today as well, was getting the ball to Jordan Reed. Um, and Alex Smith had some good plays, man. Alex Smith, he had some good scrambles. Um, you know, this was one of his better games, I think, for scrambling. That's the type of Alex Smith I thought we were going to get this season. Uh, Trey Quinn had a good third down catch and move the chains. One good thing about, I wrote this in my notes, one good thing about Alex Smith scrambling is that it helps get us defensive holding calls because the other team just kind of freaks out. They don't, they're trying to do what they can and they just end up holding people. Um, um, it's a lot of Alex Smith stuff. Preston Smith with a sack, good on him. This is definitely his best game of the season. I want to see Preston Smith turn it on. We need Preston Smith to show up, man. Um, I wrote at halftime. In the second half, we need to come back and we need to go back to the hurry up. Do you remember in the first half when we first started getting any rhythm, when we're down 10-0? What did we do with Alex Smith? We went into the hurry up and we started moving the ball a little bit. I don't understand. We should have kept doing that in the second half. If it works, why are we not doing it? I don't understand. Um, there's this one play. I wrote it down. I'm gonna have to go back. If you go into the third quarter of this game, where there's 13 minutes and 30 seconds left, watch the play where Preston Smith, he's in the backfield and he's just got. Uh, there's no excuse for him to not get Deshaun Watson on the ground here. There's no excuse for him to not get a sack here. And what does he do? Lets the dude get away and he throws the ball for a first down. If you go back and you look at this play, there is absolutely zero reason that Preston Smith should not have a sack right here. And he's just so slow, and I don't know how to. This has happened a few times this season where you see Preston Smith. He does a good job and he gets into the backfield, but it's like he's got so much momentum going into the backfield, he can't stop and he can't just put an arm out and grab the quarterback, or he grabs the quarterback and he can't get him to the ground. Preston Smith, he needs to work on it. Ryan Kerrigan also had a very good game. Ryan Kerrigan's quietly having a pretty good season, man. Credit to him. Yeah, well, I don't have much more on my notes. The video is 30 minutes long. I don't want to keep it going. So I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say. It sounds shitty. But I'm actually more optimistic going forward, knowing that we have someone who can put points on the board, man. We have our defense who is bending and bending and bending, and most of the time not breaking, all right? The defense did a hell of a job at most of the game today. They got the ball back. They gave the ball to the offense. You know, they had their ups and downs, but it was always a close game. They never gave up absolutely huge plays, so I'm optimistic going forward. Colt McCoy can put points on the board, man. Now, the only thing that I am worried about Colt McCoy is he's also been known to miss games and stuff too with injuries. Now, that's one reason why letting this dude go, it makes no sense again. We used to have a quarterback who just took shots and got right back up. Never missed a play for 3 goddamn years. The dude's durable, and we let that guy go. It blows my goddamn mind, dude. So, regardless, moral of the story, I believe in Colt McCoy. I mean, he cannot play any worse than what I've seen Alex Smith do this season, unfortunately. Yet again, hats off to Alex Smith. Thank you, sir, for everything that you've done for us, for all the effort you put forth. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you have a speedy recovery, but it is now the Colt McCoy era, and I think this is going to turn into another blessing in disguise, just like the Darius Geis injury. We would not have Adrian Peterson without the Darius Geis injury. I hope that I'm right on that. So let me know what you guys think. Hail to the Redskins. See you in the next one. Peace.